In the past, a lot of people were asking me about how to make tracks like Alci, or at least some of those glitchy, some clicks and weird filter sweeps, kind of percussion effects, however you want to call it. I don't know how to call it. So in this video I wanted to break down some of the main elements and how I came up with them and what specific tools I have been using, so you can adapt it to your very own needs, and I hope it inspires you. Hey friends, Silvana here from ruffinstudio.com. So in the past couple of months, a lot of people were asking me on how to create similar tracks like Alci, right? If you don't know Alci, check him out on Versilla channel, UFO, whatever, right? Yeah, as mentioned in a previous video where I explained my thoughts on why I started modular and specifically with Reaktor Blocks instead of VCV rack. Yeah, that's what I was doing for this specific track, right? If you haven't seen that video, go and check it out if you like. It's called Reaktor Blocks versus VCV rack, going modular, something like this. And yeah, so for this video, or at least for this track idea, I was lucky enough to get some results with some of my first modular patching inside Reaktor Blocks. Yeah, as I said, it's mostly by accident, but I was lucky enough to get some results that I actually liked by random tweaking, patching stuff, right? Yeah, let's have a quick listen here. So yeah, that's the track idea that I came up with, and it's not really arranged yet, right? But you get the idea. And before we start, just quickly I want to mention this because I think some of you actually can get really value out of this. This is my soft but snappy Rominimal kick template that you can download for free if you like. Right. It's really adaptable. In this case, actually, I didn't make it snappy or soft. It's more attacky, and that's the benefit of this kick template. So if you want the starting point for your kick, grab it for free on the link below. So yeah, now let's start finally with the track breakdown. So let's check the first distinctive element of this track, right? So the first thing is actually the bass line. Let's start with the bass line and the kick maybe. The funny thing is, it doesn't really sound very impressive by itself, right? And as you can see, it's a really simple patch. Yeah, I don't really want to go in detail over this thing, but I mentioned it in the other video. It's really simple. So I have a gate sequencer here, cardiac shift sequencer, and I went with 3 octaves, and honestly I just hit random button and adjusted some stuff here. I found this West Coast DWG is great for creating bass lines, and yeah, it's really simple, to be honest. I have a LPG here. Now if you don't know what the LPG is, again, as I explained in another video, last week's video actually, you can hover over this module and it explains it to you, right? That's why I go with Reaktor Blocks instead of VCV rack, because it says exactly what it does. And LPG is a low pass gate, right? And it acts more naturally like an instrument, right? And I found this LPG works great together with bass sounds, right? And you can see there are different modulations going on, especially here. By itself it doesn't sound so impressive, but let's add the instant house, which is triggering all of my drums. Let's add the kick. Clap. And as you can see, you can add individual swings per sound, right? And then hi-hats, of course. So this is all triggered from instant house, right? Also a lot of swing on the hi-hats here, but then I have another hi-hat section here. And by the way, I have some automation going on here. Pattern, right? Changing the pattern. It's really easy. And then some off hats to add another groove, right? This is Hats for Days, but also by Alci. Also a lot of swing, around 69. And what a lot of people were asking, I guess, is those kind of sounds here, right? Some glitchy, whatever, blips and blobs. But it's actually also a really simple patch. And what I discovered was using comp filter, this module comp filter, and delay, a very short delay. Some modulation patterns work great for this kind of sound. Now let's play it. You can see clicks and blobs. And basically I added again on every track this shuffle mode here. Also another reason why I've chosen Reaktor Blocks. It synchronizes easily to the DAW's BPM, right? And then I can instantly add some shuffle. And again, I was using the same sequencer. Pitch is random, octave, everything is basically random, right? Direction is also random, I don't know. And this might be interesting here. This is a noise generator, some kind of oscillator that generates noise, right? And output, the noise, which is basically a random resource, is routed into a modulation here of the sequencer. So I actually sequence with the noise the pitch, which is then even more random, right? But it actually plays already random notes here. Right, so this randomness of pitch creates some great modulation, right? And then again, the pitch from the sequencer here goes again into another pitch from the comp filter. Then I have another percussion stuff generated here. It was also generated by this modular Reaktor Blocks tool. I have actually two different perc sounds here. Right. But it's more subtle in the background. Then here's some simple percussion stuff. And here again, some texture stuff here to fill up the space. Another texture here. And then another one here. And here's the patch. Again, it looks complicated, and honestly I have no idea what I was patching. The only thing I knew was I need to use a modern, not a modern, but a comp filter, maybe a reverb and a delay and some modulation, right? Those are, I found, the key elements to create such sounds, such a little bit weird stuff, you know, and of course some swing, right? And then I was live tweaking and I recorded it, as you can see here. Again, several minute long, I guess, recording. And again, here again, this was just this patch tweaking randomly and recording it. And then I cut out some of the good parts, and here again. And yeah, that's what I came up with then in the end, right? And this one is just a sample from a sample pack, right? And then on top of that, I tested out different BPMs. Sometimes I found different, or experimenting with different BPM playback speed also can help to drive the track a little bit more, right? So yeah, to sum it up again, the key elements of this kind of track, especially on this idea, I would say, was the driving, swingy hi-hats, right? Swingy kick and clap, of course. On the kick I didn't add too much swing, right, to keep it a little bit straight. Then on the bass line also some swing. So the key element, bass line, kick, clap and hi-hats. Especially the hi-hats give a lot of swing or groove, I would say. And then some weird texture stuff or percussion thing created by main elements, comp filter, some delay and maybe some reverb. And the most important thing is to randomly modulate stuff, right? Like the comp filters, frequency and stuff. And yeah, I don't know, I was just focusing on modulating as many parameters as possible as I could think of, and also was experimenting a lot, right? Yeah, those are the main elements for this Alci inspired track. Now a little note here. Remember the phrase of still like an artist, which is actually meaning that we don't copy but let ourselves inspire by another artist, right? So I try at least to do that, and then adapt things that I hear in other tracks, adapt it to my very own taste, right? That's why I like to say it was inspired by artists X, Y, and Z, and not this is how you make exactly how to remake an Alci track, whatever, right? So honestly, I can't do that. I'm not Alci, you know, he's way more skilled than me. But anyway, yeah, I would say still like an artist. And then there's actually a book I recommend read that. It's very inspiring. And also, no one is original, and even the Beatles or Elvis Presley have been inspired by some other artists and copied or stole some elements from other artists that they then evolved into something new. Now, if you want to steal the kick from this track and then evolve it to your very own taste, and if you like the style, you can do so by grabbing it for free under the link below. Again, it's really adaptable. You can change the pitch, the attack, you can make it soft, snappy, punchy, distorted or clean, long or short decay. It's really adaptable. You can basically shape your very own unique kick with this little kick template, right? So you can grab it for free again if you like under the link below. And again, I hope this video was helpful or inspiring a little bit, and maybe you go start out with VCV rack, maybe with Reaktor Blocks, or you stay inside just Ableton with some plugins. Also works, right? It needs to work for you, for your workflow. All I'm here is to inspire and hopefully help you out a little bit on a weekly basis. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for your time, means a lot. Hope to see you in another video next week. Cheers.